Welcome back to Do It All. I'm Gabriel, and I'm here to help you unlock your potential and be everything your heart desires. We've all been there, stuck in a disagreement that feels like a battle. You have your side, they have theirs, and neither one of you seems ready to back down. What if I told you that the real way to win an argument isn't about coming out on top, but about creating success together? Think back to your last disagreement or negotiation. Did you feel understood? Were both sides respected? In today's episode, we'll uncover the key to transforming conflicts by using a collaborative, win-win approach. You'll learn practical tactics that not only help you stand your ground, but also build trust, respect, and real solutions. Ready to dive in? Here's how we'll break it down today. First, we'll start with an example that shows how a simple shift in mindset can turn conflict into collaboration and move into some real-world win-win stories. Then we'll get into the science behind why our brains react the way they do in arguments and how you can take control of those responses. Next, we'll deep dive into a few leading books on the topic. Following these, you'll learn how to implement a collaborative mindset. Finally, I'll give you a toolkit of steps you can apply right away so you can handle conflicts with confidence. Imagine the difference if every disagreement left you and others feeling respected and understood. By the end of this episode, you'll be ready to turn arguments into opportunities. If you're ready to master skills that make life better for you and those around you, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you know someone who can benefit from this content, hit the share button to make a positive ripple in the world. Let's start with a story that might feel familiar. Picture this, a project team nearing the end of a major task. Alex, a team member, insists his approach is best, while Sarah believes her strategy is more efficient. Tensions rise as they each fight to be right. But at what cost? This scenario is all too common. Two people focused on winning rather than collaborating. Now imagine if Alex and Sarah had each seen each other as allies instead of obstacles. What if they paused, listened, and combined their strengths? By doing so, they merged their approaches, achieving the best outcome. The project succeeded, and both team members felt valued and respected. Have you ever been in a situation like Alex and Sarah's, where the tension overshadowed the real goal? What if you could approach these situations differently, focusing on solutions rather than just being right? Real-world examples show how a win-win approach can transform industries and build lasting relationships. From community-driven initiatives to global labor negotiations and creative control in streaming, these stories highlight the power of mutual respect and strategic collaboration. By prioritizing shared benefits, these negotiations prove that working together can overcome conflict and drive progress. Let's explore 5 stories where negotiations sparked lasting change. In Portland, Oregon, a curbside recycling program addressed the city's waste problem by benefiting both residents and the local government. Residents helped reduce landfill waste, and the city lowered disposal costs and earned revenue from recyclables. The program also created jobs in the growing green economy, highlighting the power of community-driven solutions. This initiative shows how sustainable actions can generate economic, social, and environmental benefits. By working together, the city and its residents found a common ground that created value for all parties involved. In 2014, Taylor Swift pulled her catalog from Spotify, citing the platform's free ad-supported tier for devaluing music. She argued that this model, which allowed users to access her songs without compensating artists fairly, hurt the music industry. Swift's moves spotlighted the debate over music value in the digital age and streaming revenue fairness. Her decision sparked widespread discussion, with many artists supporting her stance. It led to Spotify reassessing its payout structure and fueled ongoing debates about subscription versus ad-supported models. Swift's actions highlighted the power of individual artists in the streaming era and emphasized the need for fair compensation and control over music distribution. In 2020, the NBA and the National Basketball Players Association faced a major challenge: resuming the season during the pandemic. To prioritize safety and health, they created a bubble in Orlando, Florida, with strict protocols and testing. This model allowed the season to continue without a single COVID-19 case, setting a global standard. It showcased how collaborative problem-solving can protect players and ensure the league's financial stability, a clear win-win in an unprecedented situation. The success of the bubble built trust between the NBA and NBPA, influencing their 2023 collective bargaining agreement. Focused on player health, safety, and fair compensation, the agreement introduced mental health support and better benefits. This partnership demonstrates that a win-win approach, grounded in mutual respect, not only meets immediate needs, but also strengthens long-term collaboration, ensuring both players and the league thrive amid future challenges. In 2023, Netflix faced a challenge when the Writers Guild of America went on strike over fair residuals for streaming content. Traditionally, writers earned residuals from reruns, but streaming disrupted this model, with writers receiving less compensation. Netflix became a focal point of the strike, as the WGA argued that the platform's global reach justified higher payments for its content creators. The strike highlighted the need for new compensation models in the streaming era. After months of negotiation, Netflix and the WGA reached an agreement that included more transparent viewership data and adjusted residuals based on performance metrics. This victory for writers set a precedent for future negotiations, emphasizing the need for flexible compensation models in the fast-changing entertainment industry. In a suburban neighborhood in Colorado, a group of residents came together to create a car-sharing initiative. This program allows local families to share their vehicles, cutting down on the need for everyone to own a car. The car-sharing arrangement benefits the environment by reducing the number of cars on the road, while also saving families money on gas, insurance, and maintenance. This collaboration is a win-win because it addresses both financial concerns and environmental sustainability. Residents save money while contributing to a cleaner environment, and the neighborhood fosters a greater sense of community as people share resources and support one another in their daily lives. These cases highlight the power of collaboration and understanding in negotiations. From Taylor Swift's advocacy for artists' rights to the NBA's adaptive approach to players' needs, they demonstrate how a win-win mindset fosters lasting change. Focusing on mutual benefit and respect leads to sustainable success, trust, and future collaboration. These examples show that adaptivity, empathy, and commitment can drive meaningful progress for all involved. Win-win negotiations go beyond tactics. They are rooted in the psychology and neuroscience of human interaction. Success often depends on understanding how our brains process emotions, build trust, and align with others. Through mirror neurons and emotional co-regulation, we synchronize with others, influencing the flow of discussions. Effective negotiations occur when both parties feel safe, understood, and valued, which profoundly impacts the outcomes. These insights show how psychological and physiological factors shape successful negotiations. By integrating emotional intelligence, trust building, and alignment through neuroscience, negotiators can create environments where both parties feel valued and empowered, fostering collaboration and positive results. Successful negotiations depend on how our brains respond to emotional stimuli. Neuroscience shows that mirror neurons enable us to mirror others' emotions and actions, creating emotional co-regulation between individuals. This helps align both parties, making it easier to find common ground and pursue mutually beneficial outcomes. When both parties feel understood, they are more likely to cooperate and engage in problem solving. By understanding how our brains sync with others, negotiators can better manage their own emotions and adapt to those of others. This emotional resonance builds trust and reduces misunderstandings or conflicts. Active listening and empathy lower emotional barriers, paving the way for a win-win resolution. Research suggests that emotional regulation is vital in managing stress and tension in high-stakes negotiations, leading to more positive and productive discussions. Emotional intelligence is vital in win-win negotiations. EQ involves understanding, managing, and influencing both your own and others' emotions. Negotiators with high EQ stay calm under pressure, allowing them to think clearly and make decisions that benefit all parties. Research by Daniel Goleman and others shows that high EQ fosters collaboration by helping manage conflict, communicate effectively, and navigate complex emotions. Practically, emotional intelligence allows negotiators to recognize when emotions may cloud judgment and refocus on shared goals. High EQ helps identify underlying interests, even when parties have conflicting positions, making negotiations less about personal gain and more about finding common ground. It creates a safe environment for openness, honesty, and constructive dialogue, which is essential for achieving a win-win outcome. A win-win outcome is about creating value for both parties, not just compromising. Traditional negotiations often view it as a zero-sum game, where one side's gain is another's loss. However, research shows that focusing on mutual value, rather than dividing a fixed resource, leads to better results. This approach, called integrative negotiation, seeks creative solutions that satisfy all parties' interests. For instance, the Fisher and Urey model emphasizes focusing on interests, not positions. By uncovering the underlying needs behind each side's stance, negotiators can find solutions that increase value for everyone. Instead of fighting over limited resources, both parties work together to expand the pie, fostering creativity, encouraging compromise, and resulting in more satisfying long-term solutions. Trust is a cornerstone of successful negotiations, and research has shown that it is deeply rooted in our neurobiology. When we trust others, our brains release oxytocin, a hormone associated with bonding and cooperation. This neurological reaction reinforces positive behaviors like reciprocity, which is essential for win-win outcomes. Negotiators who trust each other are more likely to share information, collaborate openly, and work toward mutually beneficial solutions. Trust not only facilitates smoother interactions, but also reduces the emotional and cognitive load during a negotiation. When trust is established, negotiators can focus on solving the problem at hand rather than managing interpersonal tensions. This allows for more creative solutions and better long-term outcomes. Studies show that building trust through small, consistent actions, such as honoring commitments or demonstrating reliability, can lead to larger agreements based on shared goals. This is why trust building is such a crucial element in creating environments where win-win outcomes are possible. By integrating neuroscience, emotional intelligence, and trust building, negotiators can create conditions for collaboration and win-win outcomes. Success in negotiations is not solely about tactics, but involves emotional alignment, trust, and understanding each party's deeper needs. When these elements are present, negotiators can find mutually beneficial solutions that foster lasting positive results. This approach strengthens both individual negotiations and long-term relationships based on trust and respect. Negotiation is a key skill in both personal and professional life, shaping how we resolve conflicts, collaborate, and build relationships. Shifting from a competitive to a collaborative mindset is essential for win-win outcomes. This section highlights two influential books on negotiation: Never Split the Difference by Voss and Getting More by Stuart. Both provide valuable insights and actionable strategies for transforming conflicts into collaborative agreements. Voss, a former FBI hostage negotiator, offers a high-stakes approach to negotiation in Never Split the Difference. A central concept is tactical empathy, which includes understanding and acknowledging others' emotions to gain leverage. Voss challenges the traditional win-lose negotiation model, emphasizing the need for psychological insight to positively influence outcomes. He asserts, "He who has the best information wins," highlighting the importance of gathering data to create mutually beneficial alternatives. The book offers practical strategies such as mirroring, labeling, and the accusation audit to build rapport and guide conversations. Voss emphasizes remaining calm under pressure and avoiding concessions, instead focusing on understanding underlying interests. Key takeaways include mastering emotional intelligence, negotiating under pressure, and using tactical empathy to understand others' positions, tools essential for improving communication and achieving cooperative outcomes. In Getting More, Stuart presents a human-centered approach to negotiation, emphasizing emotions, values, and relationships in all settings, from business to personal. A key message is that negotiation is not about bargaining, it's about value. Diamond argues that successful negotiators focus on creating value and expanding the pie rather than dividing it. By addressing the needs and priorities of both sides, negotiators can achieve more satisfying win-win solutions. Diamond offers a range of strategies, from building trust to managing expectations. A key takeaway is perception management. Framing a negotiation can significantly affect outcomes. By acknowledging others' emotions and perceptions, negotiators can shift an adversarial situation into a cooperative one. Diamond also stresses flexibility and creativity, encouraging innovative solutions that benefit everyone. The main takeaway is that negotiation is about building lasting, value-based relationships, not just using tactics. Both Never Split the Difference and Getting More offer complementary insights into negotiation. Voss focuses on tactical empathy and psychological strategies for high-stakes situations, while Diamond emphasizes understanding emotions and creating value-based relationships. Together, these books provide a comprehensive toolkit for shifting from win-lose to win-win negotiations, whether in the workplace or personal life. By applying the strategies and mindset shifts from both, you'll be equipped to turn conflicts into opportunities for collaboration and mutual benefit. To effectively shift your tone from personal to professional in negotiations and adopt a win-win mindset, there are several key strategies to implement. The transition often requires a deep understanding of both your own mindset and how to adjust it for different contexts. First, mindset is crucial. In personal negotiations, emotional reactions can often guide decisions, leading to more reactive behaviors. However, in professional settings, a more collaborative mindset is essential. Recognizing the need for cooperation rather than competition allows for a balanced approach where both parties' needs are met. By focusing on mutual interests rather than fixed positions, you create space for innovative solutions that benefit everyone involved. One way to achieve this shift is by moving from positions to interests. This means that instead of defending rigid demands like, "I need a 10% raise" or "I want this deadline extended," you should explore the underlying needs driving these positions. For instance, the 10% raise could reflect the need for recognition or a desire for increased responsibility. Understanding these motivations allows you to negotiate more effectively, both personally and professionally. Additionally, practicing active listening is essential. In personal negotiations, you might focus on making your point heard quickly, but in professional settings, listening closely to the other party's concerns builds trust and facilitates a more productive dialogue. It allows you to craft responses that address those concerns while aligning them with your own objectives. When shifting into a win-win mindset, brainstorming multiple solutions becomes key. This collaborative effort involves proposing various alternatives before choosing the most mutually beneficial outcome. This approach encourages creativity and prevents the negotiation from feeling like a zero-sum game. Lastly, it's important to manage emotions and recognize how they influence your negotiation style. Personal negotiation may trigger stronger emotional responses, but in professional contexts, emotional control is vital to maintain a constructive dialogue. Recognizing your emotional triggers and pausing before reacting can help you remain composed and maintain a solution-oriented approach. This shift requires intentional practice, but by focusing on collaboration, understanding interests, and managing emotions, you can move seamlessly between personal and professional negotiations while fostering win-win solutions. Adopting a win-win mindset requires conscious effort and consistent practice. It's not just about having the right attitude in high-stakes negotiations. It's about incorporating collaborative thinking into your everyday interactions at home and at work. Each step includes a tip you can use. To implement a win-win mindset, consider these valuable strategies. 1. Cultivate active listening, understanding before responding. Focus fully on what others are saying to understand their needs and show empathy. This builds trust and creates space for mutual solutions. Practice reflecting their key points to demonstrate engagement. 2. Focus on interests, not positions. Dig deeper to find common ground. Shift from defending rigid positions to exploring underlying needs, such as a desire for recognition or work-life balance. Ask questions to uncover these motivations, leading to creative solutions. 3. Practice empathy and emotional control. Manage emotions for constructive dialogue. Manage your emotions to maintain clarity during negotiations. Pausing and using techniques like mindfulness can help you stay focused on mutually beneficial outcomes, even in tense situations. 4. Explore multiple options before deciding. Brainstorm solutions collaboratively. This encourages creativity and reduces the pressure of a binary win-lose outcome, opening the door for innovative solutions. To stay open and dynamic in meetings or negotiations, take 3 minutes to list options for resolving an issue before diving into the decision. 5. Seek mutual value, not just personal gain. Align goals and create shared success. Align your goals with others. Understand what success looks like for each side, fostering a collaborative approach that benefits everyone. Start by asking yourself how the other party can also benefit, and look for opportunities to create value for all. 6. Be transparent and open about your needs. Foster trust and openness. Honesty builds trust. Share your interests openly to foster collaboration, making it easier for the other party to do the same and find common ground. Be candid about your interests to set the tone for openness and invite the other party to do the same. Say, I'm seeking a solution where we both walk away feeling valued. Here's what I'm looking for. 7. Stay flexible and adaptable. Be willing to change your approach. Be willing to adjust your approach based on changing circumstances. If a solution isn't working, remain open to new alternatives that might benefit everyone involved. Try asking, what would work better for you? And pivot accordingly. By consistently applying these strategies, you'll make win-win outcomes a natural part of your interactions. Each encourages cooperation, creativity, and trust, ultimately leading to more successful negotiations in both personal and professional settings. It takes time and practice to shift your mindset, so rehearse these steps before your meetings. Adopting a win-win mindset helps navigate conflicts in both personal and professional settings. By focusing on collaboration, active listening, and emotional control, we can turn challenging situations into opportunities for growth and mutual benefit. This approach fosters lasting relationships and produces outcomes that benefit everyone involved. Key points to remember. Shift from positions to interests. Identify the motivations behind both your needs and those of others, leading to creative solutions that satisfy both sides. Active listening. Give your full attention to the other party, which builds trust and helps respond thoughtfully to their needs. Brainstorm multiple solutions. Consider multiple options to find better, more equitable solutions rather than settling for the first idea. Manage your emotions. Recognizing emotional triggers and pausing before reacting keeps the conversation productive and solution-focused. Collaborate, don't compete. Approach negotiations as a team effort, focusing on how both sides can achieve their goals. By applying these strategies, you'll create win-win outcomes and foster cooperation. This isn't about compromising, but finding common ground where everyone benefits. With consistent practice, these principles will transform how you engage with the world. If these insights are resonating with you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated on our journey to mastering life. For updates on new episodes and community activity, sign up for the newsletter. Each episode is available on multiple video and podcast platforms. See the links below. Thank you for joining and sticking with me to the end. We've explored how to turn conflicts into win-win opportunities by using active listening, focusing on interests over positions, and embracing a collaborative mindset. Implementing these strategies will not only enhance your negotiation skills, but also strengthen all your relationships. I'm excited to see how adopting a win-win mindset impacts your life. Drop a comment of how these negotiation tactics have helped you. Each book, fact, and study is referenced in the description below if you want to dive deeper. Remember, collaboration leads to more meaningful and lasting success. Let's keep moving forward and aim for mutually beneficial outcomes. Next time, we'll dive into the heart of bravery and honesty, the courage to follow your true path, even when it feels risky or uncertain. Together, we'll explore what it means to make bold, honest choices and the powerful impact of staying true to yourself no matter the obstacles. Now, let's go do it all.